guys, just wanted to make a quick little helpful video on number 7 on page 39 because it winds up involving taking the cube root of something which we haven't really talked about. So I wanted to do a little explanation. So we have, if the volume of a cube is 3,375 cubic inches, then what is the measure of each side of the cube? So if we go and reference our formula sheet, we know volume of a cube is side cubed. Okay, we know the volume, 3,375, so we substitute that in. Okay, now previously we've worked with exponents, like if we were to have sides squared, we say we would take the square root of both sides. Now we're going to do something similar here, but it's called the cube root. And if we think of the cube root, right, our square root says, so here's an example of square root. We'll say, okay, square root of 49, that tells us what number times itself is 49, and we say 7. If we take the cube root of something, we use the same radical, but there's a 3 out there. That tells us we're looking for, let's say, the cube root of 8, which says what number times itself 3 times is 8, and it's actually 2. Because 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8. 2 times itself 3 times. So 8 is what we call a perfect cube. Let's do one more example. The cube root of 27. What number times itself 3 times is 27? It's 3. 3 times 3 is 9, times 3 is 27. Okay? Because 3 to the third is 27. 2 to the third is 8. So to undo an exponent of 3, we take the cube root. So that's what we're going to do here. We're going to draw and we're going to take the cube root of both sides. So what number times itself gives us s to the third? Well, that would be s. Now we need to figure out what's the cube root of 3,375. And I have no idea what that is. So we have to use our technology. So if you're using a TI calculator here, below the x squared button, above this little arrow, you see there's a radical and an x. We're going to use that. That's how we're going to get the cube root. So we're going to push 3 to say it's a cube root. Then you push second, this little arrow up button, and then we'll type our answer, 3,375, and it's 15. Okay, so our side length is 15 inches. If you're using the Casio calculator, the cube root button we're going to use is up here also above the arrow. How convenient. So we're going to push 3, shift that arrow button, and then our number, 3,375. And again, 15. Okay, so there's our little info on our cube root there. Hope it helped.